Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Miami Marlins. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set. And today's starter, Yuri Perez. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boog, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Mason Wynn stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Ripped on a line to center. Puts it away for the out. And there are two outs.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Connor.
Back here in Miami, and now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. And Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. On the ground to the left, Wynn. Throws to first in time. One up, one down.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Two outs, nobody on. Now batting Max Kepler. Back to the mound. He's got it. And that's the third out. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. They're down 1-0. So runner at second, 2 down. And now for the Marlins,
Now
Mason Wynn.
batting,
He's 0 for 1.
The shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Swings and misses. It's 0-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Turner with the throw to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out. Here's Trey Turner.
Now batting, shortstop, Trey Turner.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
On the ground to short. Tosses to first, and they get Turner for the out.
Up next for Philadelphia, the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
One down. And now it's going to be Kyle Schwarber. Tap back to the mound. Fires over to first. Quick recovery from the misplay, pays off for the out.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough, got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Well, we go bottom 6. And at the plate for Miami, Mason Wynn. Sanchez back to work. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-1. The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
2-2.
That one missed.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Now it's the DH, Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards.
The 1-1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Turner makes the grab, 2 down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. And there's a ball. Movement in the bullpen. Jordan Romano appears to be getting loose. Banks getting loose as well. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We're through 6 full. It's the Marlins. Cody Clemens stands in for the Phillies.
Cody Clemens.
1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Ripped to first, caught to the bag himself. It's a double play, and that'll end the inning. Phillies strand 1, and they trail it here 2-1. Trey Turner now.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Grounds 1 to short. Win. Fires across the diamond. Turner is out. And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're down 2-1. And now here is Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn.
Romano, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a 2-seamer. And another ball. 1 out, base is empty. That one missing inside. And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Connor Norby. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Cut on and miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight 1-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Set down on strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. Quinn on at second with 2 down. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ball 2.
In the dirt, blocked.
2-2.
Squirts away a little bit, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Jesus Sanchez waits on deck for Miami. And the righty deals. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Through 8 full, it's the Marlins 2 and the Phillies 1. Man at first with
Now
1 gone.
right
Nick
fielder,
Castellanos,
Nick
the next to
Castellanos.
hit. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, and that's the ball game. And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Ryan Weathers. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ball 1.
In the dirt.
1-0.
Tap foul at the plate.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, dude.
Next pitch is outside. And that skips into there. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
That's a hit. The throw And he's safe. So it's first and third with one down.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
Two on, one out. And next will be the clean. Tag, and he's out at first. Couldn't get back to the bag.
Really nice job right there, especially on the mound. Sometimes when that runner breaks, everybody panics, especially the pitcher, and then you don't make the play, you don't execute what needs to be done to get that runner out. That time he just stepped off calmly, dealt with the situation, and they got a pretty easy out after that.
On the ground, out to short. Win. Fires to first on the run, and he gets him. Nicely done. So Singy, a close play at first, worthy of another look with StatCast.
That was an absolute heater, and you just don't see that type of velocity coming across the diamond every day. Only the best infield arms in baseball reach 90 miles per hour, and he needed all of it to get that out. Bang, bang play.
Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Foul ball there.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
The pitch. In the dirt. To second, but way too late. Safe there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, that's part of the risk when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt. Even as good as catchers are these days at blocking pitches, that one just got away enough, and that takes the double play opportunity away for now.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Corrals it, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Connor Norby.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Weathers fires. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great stop. The feed for one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, this is obviously a tremendous play, but for me, it starts with a well broken in glove. To have the confidence to go down, knowing that ball is going to be right in the pocket, so you've got a clean transfer, pop back up to the feet, and fire across the diamond. Outstanding job.
Now batting,
Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 2. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Leading off for Philadelphia, the designated hitter, Rodolfo Castro.
Hard hit left side. Whips it to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Here's a 1-1. Out to short. Win. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. Bottom of the inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Mason Wynn. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Hey.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything
One
close
ball,
to the zone.
2 strikes.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 1 away. Big time out leading off the home 7.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now. Well, this was a tightly played game.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you game 1 of a big 4-game set. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, Singy, today we get to see one of the game's best power hitters. He's tied for the league lead in home runs.
Yeah, he's not just hitting dingers. He's crushing them, Boog. No paint scrapers for him. His bat has been a huge boost to this lineup. Question is, how will they pitch to him today?
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, towing the slab in today's game. Valente Beozo. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boog, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look.
And that chance handled. Slings to second, and that's 2. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. And now the Marlins back here at Lone Depot Park. Today's starting pitcher, Josiah Gray.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
So 1 out, nobody on. Mason Wynn now at the plate. And a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. Line drive. Garcia throws to first in time.
Batting third, second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna.
Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate.
Third baseman,
Nobody
Paul
out.
DeYoung.
Runner at first. Grounder might be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still slings it to second. Acuna has it for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Xavier Edwards coming into the game now as the injury replacement. Up now for Washington,
Number
Jacob
9.
Young.
Xavier
Roll to short,
Edwards.
could be 2. Not in time. He's safe.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Well, great start to this 4-game series to get the first one at home, but these players know they've got some work to do because they could easily drop the next 3 if they're not careful. Can't get too comfortable. Get some rest, come back for the next one, and be ready to take game 2.
And this one ends with the score 8-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. Our starter in this one, Max Meyer.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trusted, and really go after hitters, not nibble. Trusted his stuff, can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
And a foul ball.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
And there's a foul ball. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Top half of the third inning, and now it's Keibert Ruiz. Up the middle. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
First and second, no outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Mason Wynn. He's 0 for 1. And that is out of play. No outs, runners at first and second.
One ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. The 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Garrett. And it's caught for the out. And now it's Juan Yepez. Swing and a chopper out to short. The throw to first, and that is out number 2.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Go ahead run on base. Here's C.J. Abrams now. First offering. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning is over.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Mason Wynn will hit next.
Shortstop.
0 for 2 in this one. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes.
Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Squirts away a little bit. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental.
Got him! He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Not in time. He's there easily.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe it back against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Leading off for the Marlins.
And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Mason Wynn. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Out to short, Tenna. On to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, second baseman.
4-3 our final score. They hang on to win it by a run for Chris Singleton. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. About to get started here. So here's the lefty, Braxton Garrett. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with
Batting
when it seems
third,
like
the
there's more
shortstop,
pressure,
Mason
he's more calm and settles in. He's done an
Wynn.
incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Next one off the plate inside. 2 balls, no strikes. And another ball. 2 out, space is empty. Center field. Makes the catch. And that is that. Scoreless after 1. So the Nets lineup turns over. And now Jacob Young. 2 outs. On the ground. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
I think he got a little casual on that play and took it for granted a little bit. So maybe just as much of a mental mistake as a physical one. And with 2 outs, that's a tough one to swallow for the entire defense.
And up next for Miami, Mason Wynn. Wide to center his first time. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Mason Wynn digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. Just missed.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Marlins strand a pair, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Hit on the ground softly to short. Win. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
Hit on the ground to short. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back here in Miami, bottom of the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Mason Wynn. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
That's in there. And a count 2-1. That one the other way. Over to Lowe. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner. Well, this was a
Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park, the show has an NL East matchup. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
Pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway, and today on the hill, Yuri Perez. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
And a pitch. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, he's safe.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe it back against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, C.J. Abrams.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. To first, third out. Nationals lead one. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Mason Wynn, the next to hit. Hitless in the series. He's 0 for 9. And that's in the dirt. And it's 1-1.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. We played an inning, no score. First and second, 1 out. And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this.
Malloy, the lead runner at second. Acuna at first, 1 gone. Inside, and it hit him. And now the bases are loaded.
Now batting.
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a ball popped up. Infield fly called there.
Batter's out.
So they're all loaded up. Sam Huff getting ready to hit. Ball to strike. Handles, throws to first, ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. 3 innings complete. It's the Marlins 4 and the Nationals nothing. Base is empty, one away. Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins. He's 0 for 1. That's to third. Slinging it to first in time. 2 on, 1 out. And here's the DH for Washington, C.J. Abrams. Here's a 1-1.
2.
Ground ball, could be 2. There's 1. Throws in the dirt, but he scoops it. And a double play ends the inning. Nice work from the Miami pen there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Marlins 4 and the Nationals nothing. Back here at Lone Depot Park, on to the bottom of the 8th, and at the plate for Miami, Mason Wynn. Williams back to work. On the ground to third, and it gets by him.
Wastes no time there. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to
throw to first. Wynn dives and can't get back in time. He's picked off.
Man, you're feeling so good. You just got the knock. You're on base, and then right away you get picked off. That's just a tough one to swallow, especially after leading off an inning with a single.
Out to short. Wynn. On the run, throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
You want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw. These players just want to keep it rolling right now. You win this series, you got another team coming in, and you want to do exactly the same. Maybe even push it a little further, get yourself a sweep. You know the fans are going to be behind this club. They've been playing really well, and these players, you can tell they feel the energy these fans bring to the ballpark.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.